Vampire, The Masquerade, Bloodlines 2. Continue to play it. And I continue to recover from my sickness, so this will be yet another stream where I'm not going to be talking as much. Yep. And, yeah, last session finished a big story mission that apparently is some kind of point of no return, I guess, because some of the side quests that the game gave me this notification about making progress with this story mission that I just finished. And that would make it so that the side quests that were left incomplete were going to be left incomplete by the time I get back to Seattle. And we're not yet, we're technically back in Seattle, but not in the recent history, like not with Fire, because seems to be we're back in another Fabian flashback within modern times. But yeah, before stuff started popping off. So yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Sheriff Benny knew best, of course. I should head straight down to Pioneer Square. I figured Sophia would be in. And not dawdle and say, chat to Sophia to see if she'd heard anything.
I knew Sophia liked to set down her thoughts, and this old recorder wasn't tied to any cyberspatial spy system. Hey there, big ears. What have you been listening to?
Hey, detective. Yeah, I might have heard a thing or two. A little birdie's talked to me about a K-factor, a failed experiment, and a grocery list. What do you need?
Tell me about the K-factor.
Sure thing.
The process is clearly thaumaturgical. Physical transfusion denatures the power and has no bearing on the recipient's K-factor. Interestingly, a kindred's kiss does seem to bear fruit.
Mean anything to you, detective?
Can't say it does. Wouldn't surprise me if it's Sophia's notes about a hot date. Give me the skinny on the failed experiment.
It's a doozy, all right. Here you go.
R02 demonstrates low-level impulse applied to test block 15. Carbon material measured at 1.2 N. Compare this to R00 telekinetic baseline, where no distinction was made between materials and was able to induce more than 50 N force. It is a result, but not practical in the field.
That get your juices flowing, detective?
I think I fell asleep around the second sentence. How about that shopping list?
Sure, I got it here.
To do. Reorder CPDA-1 solution, sterile saline, chlorhexidine. Ensure Piotr has delivery by Friday.
You get that? Sounds like a fun shindig, but I wouldn't drink the punch. Well, thanks, little fella.
No problem, boss. Always happy to lend an ear.
I'll bear that in mind. Useful little doohickey. Maybe I should get one sometime, if anyone still makes them. Hey there. How's my favorite forensic department?
Fabian, it's been forever. What can I do for you?
It pains me to say this, but we've had another killing.
Oh, no. Who? Where?
Don't know yet, just on my way to the scene. Figured I'd check in, see if you'd heard anything.
I haven't, no. But you think this is Santiago?
By the way Tali was smirking, I reckon so. I don't get it. This is like the 20s all over again. The old 20s, I mean.
I know.
I keep getting flashbacks to what happened then. Marla, Rosalind, Santiago.
The killer with the cross. You shut that case, though. You told me there were no leads. Will you reopen it?
I think someone's done that for me. I'd better get down to Pioneer Square. I'll see you later.
If there's anything I can do, well, come see me, Fabian.
I will. There was a case waiting for me at... Off to Pioneer Square. Someone must have given me the exact address, I guess. Maybe Tolly. But it would have interrupted the whole dramatic scene with Campbell.
Cops, they own the place.
The address I had was in a set of down-at-heel apartments, hardly ever used. My buddy Reggie was a fixture of the square, and I often dropped by for a little pick-me-up. I wondered if he'd seen any comings and goings.
Reggie was around here somewhere. Always worth dropping in for a bite and a chat. Reggie, old pal, moment of your time?
It's a fine night, Mr. Fabian. A night of beauty and delight.
Reggie, old buddy, anyone go into that apartment over there in the last few hours?
Huh? Well, I mean,
You okay, Reggie?
I,
This was not normal, even for Reggie. You okay there, Reg? Nothing coming back to you about the apartment?
there's... No?
This was even stranger than usual. That mind was fogged out. Have a good night, Reggie.
Become one with the heartbeat of the city, detective.
Reggie was never the sharpest tool in the shed, but something had made him even worse than usual.
What are you hiding?
I know I saw it. It was...
That's a solid block, Reggie, my friend. Someone has put a compulsion on you.
Huh. Now that wasn't memory loss. That was a solid block. Someone had used kindred juju to seal Reggie's mouth. I wouldn't get anything from him, but I did know someone strong-willed had done this.
Reginald, my friend, hope you're not too chilly.
All is gentle, all is calm. The world flows like a stream through the forest.
I got places to go, people to see.
May the night bring you the best of vibes.
Spirit, some change? Anyone? love to play. Bed of Night is here to keep you company all night long. Whether you're winding down from a long day or just beginning your nocturnal adventures, let my voice be your sanctuary, dear listener. A haven for all mysteries the owl is hiding away. First caller, I won't have you bedtime or did you wake up just for me? To be honest, Ben, I'm not feeling right now. I just haven't. I'm too upset.
I thought I was on the right lines already. Me and animals, we'd always had a special rapport.
Hey there, little buddy. How's your night going? How long you been lying here? That's what I thought. I'm sorry, buddy. He didn't deserve you. Someone forget to feed you. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's true. Dale did have his habits. Guess sometimes he let the real world pass him by. Did you see who killed Dale? Sorry. Hard to see anything if you don't have a pulse. Unless you're me, of course. If only you could tell me what was really going on. Well, yeah. It's obvious when you think about it. Thank you, little buddy. Hope you get to dream of mice or other delicacies.
Dale did like to cook, as the youth seem to call it. Made some of his own recipes, bought in others. This place used to belong to my old friend Dale. Used to being the key words here. More rebar, huh? You aren't looking too well there, buddy. I figured I needed my strength for other things. Maybe Dale used it to scope out heavenly bodies. It was a Bible. Never took Dale for the religious type, but then I've heard some substances take mortals closer to God. One way or another. I got the fascination with spirit boards, but always wondered, what if the ghosts never learned to write? Either Dale was paranoid or he had guests who didn't like sunlight. I was guessing the former. Lotions and potions. Most I recognized, but one stood out. I had never seen it before, and I thought I was down with the street trade. Had Dale whipped up a new cocktail? I was out of my league here. Maybe worth a chat with Sophia or Mrs. Thorne. Estrogen. Caution, do not take if male. Well, what Dale wanted to put in his own body was entirely his own business. If you could say one thing for the man, it's that he had an eclectic taste in clothes. Dale was one of those guys. You know, you've just seen him around. Talked to him a few times, maybe exchanged the latest gossip. Hit a body or two together. Dale, I'd say it's good to see you, but, you know, you being dead and all and a figment of my imagination, guess it means I don't find you at your most scintillating.
Oh, hi, Fabian. Been a while. Yeah, I've been better, though I never looked exactly healthy, did I?
Obvious question, I guess, but, how did it happen?
I'd say my throat was cut, and then I must have been dragged up onto this rebar. Someone rammed it through my rib cage and then hung up a cross-like decoration like the star on a frap-away Christmas tree.
Strong guy then, right? I mean, to hold you up there, force iron through you? Pfft. This looks more and more like kindred. Mortals just don't have this kind of strength.
Sounds right to me.
How was the alchemy trade going for you?
Hard to say, isn't it, Detective? I've still got the makings of alch cookery around the place. Still got that acrid tang at the back of your throat, same as you always smelled in here. A note of butane and a cheap body spray. So, yeah, looks like business as usual.
Did you know the killer?
You know what? I think I did. At least, no sign of a struggle, and the door lock's still whole. Must have been someone I knew, or at least expected. Customer, maybe?
You were a ghoul, right? I'm pretty sure of that. So who was your patron? Your dummy thingy?
Who'd I drink from, you mean? It's hard to say. I don't think I ever told you, Detective.
Don't think you ever did.
Maybe a person of interest for your case?
Yeah, maybe so.
I have helped you figure out one thing, Detective. There was a reason I was killed, right?
Sure. Someone's sending a message like the others.
That, and I was probably killed by someone I knew. So, who my patron was is important one way or another.
You got that right, little buddy. Thanks, Dale. Sorry about, the whole strung up on a support beam thing.
I know a guy who founded a whole religion like this. You never know. Maybe someone will write the Book of Dale.
I didn't want to go see Mrs. Thorne, but police work is never easy. If anyone knew about weird chemistry and sciencey stuff, it was Sophia.
Company all night long. Whether you're winding down.
I didn't want to go see Mrs. Thorne, but
Food, drink, Remy.
visit to Mrs. Thorne always made me want to gird my loins. I wish I knew what a gird actually was.
Good evening, ma'am.
Detective, is there something you need?
She seemed in a good mood. I assumed she was marinating a couple of kids in the back room.
Hey, I, found this potion. I thought since you were our expert on cauldrons and newt's eyes and such, you might recognize it? Something the Thin Bloods made, I'm sure.
Indeed.
Think it could be...
Memory.
Memory?
Salvia officinalis, Centella asiatica, Bacopa moneri, the vulgar time, and others. Memory and clarity, detective. To cloud or to erase, to improve, to reshape.
Memory. I have the memory of it. What are those little things? Orange gills, swim around in circles, opposite of an elephant? Anyway, can you tell me who might use this, or what they need it for?
You have partial information, young man. There's a manufactured component here. Some of that modern messing about. Have you consulted Sophia?
Sophia? Not about this. That is a good call, Mrs. T.
Mistress Thorne, thank you very much.
You seen any murderers around the place at all?
What variety of murder, young man? Of my precious time? Of the sanctity of a bookstore? Of the English language? I fancy I could put my hand on someone guilty of all three.
I was wondering, you ever hear of a guy called Santiago? A hunter?
Can't say I know the name.
Active here back in the 1920s. Other places before that.
Oh, long before my time in your benighted country, young man. Now, is there anything else?
I'll leave you to it.
Goodbye.
A quick trip up to the tower to call in on Sophia then. If anyone knew about weird chemistry and... I figured Sophia would be in. She kept odd business hours, but then so did I.
Just wanted to check back in.
I'm still here, still working.
Well, I took a look at the scene. It was a place on Pioneer Square. I had a nice chat with the victim. Dale. Deals in thin blood elixirs. You know the guy?
Another mortal. You think this is Santiago again?
All evidence says so, and so did the corpse.
What the hell is going on, Fabian?
Someone's plotting this out like a dime novel. I picked up this potion, wondering if you could tell me about it. Found it at Dale's.
Oh, interesting. Huh, this is fascinating. Not the recipe I know.
Could you take a guess?
Yes. An enhancer, I would say. Something to magnify capabilities. To make your body work more efficiently somehow, in one way or another.
Mrs. Thorne thought it had something to do with memories.
Ah, that would make sense. A memory enhancer, yes. To make the subject's recall more acute, more capable.
A memory enhancer, huh? Now that's interesting. I wonder who might be in the market for memory potions. I can think of a few trees to shake. Nico's one for the markets. Katsumi might know, given it's a thin blood potion.
Tolly, perhaps?
Yeah, Tolly might have heard something. Although getting him to share it is never easy. Thanks. You've helped a bunch. See ya, Toots.
I wait with bated breath for your next visit, Detective.
Katsumi was at the hole in the wall, and might have something to say about alchemy. Nico knew his apples from his aardvarks when it came to less than legal trades. I knew where Tolly was hanging out with his ear to the street, or someone's ear. Katsumi was at the hole in the wall, and might have something to say about alchemy.
Food, drink, whatever you...
But it still sucks. Need to find a better spot.
Wish I had a bigger tree.
Someone had a good night, unless they were playing hearts.
Fabian, it's been a while. What are you doing down here?
So how's life?
Well, I don't know. It's been a while since I had one.
They do say life is like a box of chocolates. Overpriced, slightly melted, and someone's always taking the toffee center.
Yeah, that'd be about the size of it.
I picked up this potion, sort of thing your folk are into. I was wondering if you knew who might be buying.
My people don't buy or sell alchemical products. You know that, Detective.
Hey, looking for a murderer. I'm not trying to drag potion mixers in front of the court.
Oh, hon. Bad day? Listen, if only because I don't want my people caught up in a murder rap. That's not a type I recognize. Never seen it before, not something we deal in. Okay?
Okay, thanks. I'll take your word for it.
You better.
Thanks.
Later.
Well, that was a dead loss. Who else might have an inkling?
Hey, Nico.
Fabian! Are you out on the trail of a conspiracy? Why am I asking? With you, it is always a conspiracy. Any leads on the Umbrella Cartel and their weather-making machines? They sure screwed up this week. Have you seen the forecast?
I am always on the trail of a conspiracy. Sometimes more than one. Say, do you know anything about potions? I found one. I'm told it's a memory enhancer or something like that. Would you know a likely buyer?
I'm afraid I do not. I trade in solids, not liquids.
That's what I figured. Thanks. I was wondering if you could take a look at this for me.
Huh. I did not take you for a follower of Christ.
Only when I stubbed my toe. I've got a few of these now, all identical.
Yes, I see.
Associated with a few hellish scenes.
Okay. Well... the Cross of St. James, yes? This particular shape?
I did know that.
It is a mix of mild steel and some of the decoration is cast in zinc alloy. Then lacquered, aged and weathered. Deliberately so.
It's not old then.
Oh no, not at all. Recently made. But made to look old, like a film prop. It's not a bad job. It would not be cheap. Properly made, none of this 3D printing.
A prop. Now that is interesting. Thank you, Nico. That's helpful. Heard anything interesting lately?
Not at all. It's been quiet. Like the calm before a storm. Although we are already in some sort of storm, no?
I do know what you mean. The impending juggernaut of Christmas?
Perhaps.
Some other time, Nico.
See you later, my friend.
Nothing from friend Nico. Time to burn some more shoe leather.
I knew where Tolly was hanging out.
Cops think they own the place.
Detective! Well, well, Detective Fabian, as I don't live or breathe. Tell me, how's the case? Hot leads, cold bodies, reheated plots. Ooh, let me guess. You want to hear the word on the street. Pretty sure it was curbside pickup only. Something I heard your boys in blue were being real strict about on Aurora Avenue.
I'm looking
into the alchemy trade.
Better living through chemistry, huh? You never struck me as the type.
Thin blood alchemy. You any notion who might be buying an elixir of memory enhancement?
Memory enhancement, memory enhancement. Oh, it'll come to me, I'm sure. Who'd need an improved memory? You know, Fabian, sometimes I'm so dull you could use me for crowd control.
You must know something about the memory potion.
I got other things to worry about. You figure it out. That's what you're here for.
I know you've got some kind of problem with Benny. What's that about?
Problem with our dear sheriff? Oh, no, detective. He's such a charmer, and so restrained and respectful, and brings joy to everyone he meets. Also beats up on little boys, if you didn't know. Nothing kinky, just for the violence.
I see.
Do you, detective? I know your badge is dusty, but remind me, what's the wording on there?
Service, pride, dedication. It's acronym play, see? If you look at the first letters.
Must make you proud to share such dedicated service with good old Benny Muldoon.
Seen anything suspicious?
I don't know. Are Seattle dogs outside your culinary experience? Tubes of gristle slathered in fetid cheese and carbonized onion? It's a real public health hazard. Can't you smell it? Every time a tourist goes by, it just oozes out of their pores.
Okay, I better go.
Have fun with your private dickery.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do that. Well, let's see what's going on in here. That's not helpful. What secrets are we keeping, It's Willem, you failure of a detective. Willem, right. I guess Tolly's entitled to his opinion. So, Willem was the buyer. And unless I missed my mark, Dale was his ghoul friend. Dale hung around in a room full of junk, staying well clear of the wider world. Right up Willem's alley. Willem was no doubt in his palatial mansion. I needed to drop in.
Back again, detective?
I'll see you later.
Have fun down those mean streets, detective.
I was pretty sure Willem hung around here. No idea why. I don't think he ever drove a car. The rear view, you see. He's never been a fan.
Here, I don't... Please. Maybe I'll just call it sick.
I had to find Willem's trick for getting into his haven. I probably shouldn't be drinking random potions like this, but something told me I now had the keys to victory. Willem was a strange kind of guy, and I was qualified in strange kind of guys. We got on okay. Hey, Willem.
Detective Fabian, how's the case of the missing street sign?
Oh, I solved that a week ago. It wasn't about where the sign was, it was that the street itself had moved. The two are reunited and happy as bluebirds. I wanted to talk to you about something else. You know anything about alchemy and thin bloods? I mean, the skill they have to whip up lotions and potions. I'm not suggesting we put anyone in a juicer just yet.
Alchemy detective? You know I don't go in for that kind of thing.
Memory potions, Willem? To spring clean your memory palace? Maybe add an east wing and a pool? That'd be useful to you, right?
I suppose so. I might have used them.
You'd remember. That is the whole point. Does the name Santiago ring a bell?
The hunter? They called him the rebar killer in the dailies, didn't they? A long, long time ago.
That's the guy. He's active again.
Really? That's not good.
Understatement of the century, buddy. Come clean, buddy. Your noggin's always overflowing, and you're indulging in a bit of chemical expansion. It's not a sin.
Well, it's important, Fabian. There's so much to remember. Names, numbers, dates.
I tell you, there are a few dates I would love to forget.
I gotta keep myself sharp. Why does this matter to you?
You got the potions from Dale, your ghoul. He's currently pinned up to a crossbeam by someone who's into very heavy metal. Oh, and his head is missing.
His head? Fabian, what do you mean? Do you think I killed him? Well, how could I kill him?
You couldn't have killed him, buddy. Compared to our killer, you're weak as a noodle.
He's weak as a noodle. There's no way he did this. But he was on the scene, and that's all we have right now. I mean, look at him. He's cooling his heels. Anything else before you go in?
Remind me about the crime scene?
Fabian, we just talked about this. Come on, will you? Same method. Vic nailed to floorboards by rebar through the torso. And that goddamn sword cross thing. Again. He doesn't get those from the five and dime, so that's a threat to follow, I guess. Nothing special about the apartment, nothing missing. Apart from the head.
So, the victim. What else do we know?
What are you talking about? We know that it's a pain in the ass, if that's what you mean. That hive had so much locked up in his skull. With Rosalind gone too, we'll be trying to pick up on pieces that only Isaac knew.
It's been a long night.
It's 8 p.m.
Yeah, I was just testing. Theorizing. Extemporizing.
You can do that in the privacy of your own haven. Get it together. There's work to do here.
So, our suspect.
Sweat him out. Find out whether he saw anything, why he was there in the first place, how he knew our Vic. You know the deal.
Who was he?
Exactly. That kind of thing. You know how to do this.
How's the wife and kids?
Fabian, we are vampires, you do get that right. Bloodsuckers, the undead, sold our souls to the devil. We don't get to have wives and kids.
You sure? I mean, we can go to church, right? A priest could get us married. We could adopt.
Fabian.
Back at the party, you were worried about a girl. You were Beau?
If it'll keep you on track, yes, there is a girl. No, I'm not her beau. She's a problem for someone else. Satisfied? We've got a man in the sweatbox, Fabian. Try and stick with it.
Okay, boss. I'll deal with this.
All right, I'll be listening. But let me know if you root out anything deeper.
Time to go poke the suspect.
I need to get home tonight, okay?
Here he was, pale, sort of sweaty. Something bugged me about him, but I couldn't put my finger on it. Hello there, pal. I hear you had a bad start to your night.
Hell of a thing, Detective. A hell of a thing.
Says here Willem Axel. Don't I know you?
I don't know how you could.
Huh. Strange how memory plays tricks. But anyway, lay it out for me.
What do you want to know?
So tell me about you. What's your business?
Oh, I'm nobody important, Detective. I work as a bookkeeper.
Accountant?
Yeah, that's right.
So why are you sweating, accountant?
I'm not feeling well, but also because I work at Lou's place, and I know you detectives don't like it there.
You run numbers for Lou Graham's place. Now, that is interesting. But you do look a little pale there, fella. Tell me why we picked you up.
Don't you know?
I'm the one asking the questions here.
Okay. I was just visiting a friend at Sunset Heights. I guess wrong place, wrong time. Your boys in blue thought I was something to do with this killing.
Who was this friend?
Huh? It's just a friend. There's no law about that, right? I'm happily married.
Does your wife know where you are?
She knows I have business tonight. She's used to me working late.
They do say absence makes the heart grow fonder. I've always wondered about that myself. Some people I don't see for months or years, but when we meet up, they still don't seem too happy about it. Did you know the victim?
Just in passing.
You knew Isaac? How?
I only met him that night. I'd been sent with a package for him, that's all.
By your boss? By Lou Graham?
Yeah, that's right.
Really? Now there's a thing for the books. You know what the package was?
No.
And he wasn't dead when you gave him the package?
No, we talked and then I left.
Did you see anything?
No.
Right, and I was the Emperor of China. Right, and I'm the Emperor of China.
I didn't, I swear.
You're sweating like a ham in a steamer there, fella. Come on, buddy, spill the beans. You saw something.
I got nothing to say, Detective. Honest.
He knew all right, and I'd make him sing, even if I needed to pry his skull open and look inside. I decided to give him a minute, but I knew I'd have to keep poking. Let's have a peek, shall we? They never told me what the embrace would really mean. Aha! Willem had seen the killer. It was right at the top of his mind. Time to put on the thumbscrews. I got a few more questions.
Okay.
You're just like me, a goddamn kindred, a vampire, a bloodsucker.
No, it's not what you think.
Better talk fast, buddy. Did you off Isaac?
No, he offed me. I mean, Isaac. I went to him to be made over into a vampire. Some deal he did with Lou, and well, we
The two of you did the deed. I get it. Oh, your face hasn't done the,
What do you mean?
Well, never mind. No, you'll find out. So, then you cut his head off and ran him through with rebar? Was that part of the deal?
No, it wasn't me. I didn't see. I was recovering and I didn't see anything. I swear.
Your wife know you've exchanged bodily fluids with a Nosferatu?
No. Yes. She knows that I have to go. But Flora, she understands that it's for work.
That is one understanding woman. I've never met such an understanding woman.
It's the money, for Junior.
A kid, too. I get it, times are tough, but that's one heck of a choice. Mind you, not sure I'd be able to say no to Lou Graham either.
She's been wonderful to me. Wonderful.
Tell me that again once you've smashed all your mirrors. We both know you saw something. Something to do with the killer? You're scared of him, right? This guy kills and kills, buddy. You give me a name, I can protect you.
Okay, listen. I did that thing with Isaac.
Feels dirty, don't it? But I get you. Takes it out of you and puts it right back in.
That's it. Isaac was listening to the wireless. I was sitting recovering off in the corner. Heard footsteps and in comes this guy.
Did he see you?
No, it was weird. I was scared, I guess. He's walking up towards Isaac. I guess Isaac is asleep or something, and I'm holding my breath.
You don't need to breathe, Willem.
I was holding it anyway. This guy walks right past me, looks straight at me, but it was like he didn't see me.
Oh, I know this one. That makes sense. You had Isaac's blood, and Nosferatu have the knack of vanishing. It's useful, I'm told, for avoiding trouble. Evangelists, ex-wives, in-laws. But he didn't see you. That's a good thing. You got eyes on him, right?
Not really. It was dark. Isaac had turned the light off. He was tall, had a hat.
What kind of hat?
Kinda like yours. Taller than you, though. Or maybe a bit shorter. His eyes caught the light. Kinda weird. And I could hear him breathing. Sorta controlled, like he'd come a distance but was trying not to.
Oh ho! Breathe, did he? That is the first goddamn useful thing you said. Confirms he's not a dead man walking. So then what happened?
He comes up behind Isaac. Isaac still hasn't noticed. And then he pulled out this sort of long rod from a golf bag over his back, and he stabbed Isaac straight through his spine from behind. It came out front. It came out front. God, who can do that? Who could do that to anyone? All the air came out of him like a...
Inner tube stabbed by a pry bar? I'm guessing? Kind of like a... But you didn't see his face? Hands? Anything?
I saw his hands as he just reached out and he grabbed the side of Isaac's head and he just...
Pop goes the weasel, huh? So, our man is strong, real strong, but he breathes like a mortal. That is not good news. I gotta take this to my boss.
What should I do now?
Go see Lou. She's the one who landed you in this mess. She takes care of people, they say. Depending on how you interpret the words take care of, that might be a comfort to you, or not. Anyhow, now gotta figure out who's the one going around treating heads like champagne corks. Pop.
Oh, goodbye, Detective.
I'm certain we'll meet again, Mr. Willem Axel.
Ryong? Where am I?
No longer splattered across a pavement, for one. You're in Weaver Tower.
How?
Tolly found you, brought you back. He's handling cleanup as we speak.
What did you do?
Not now, Sophia.
He was my... Willem. He was as close to a friend as I had. And he... And you...
Excuse her. Tonight's events caused some distress, and she's not alone. Campbell's records are part of the machinery that keeps the city running. Or at least, they were. So I'm gonna need an explanation.
I went because Tolly set me on Willem's trail.
Tolly?
I was conducting my investigation, as we agreed. He gave me a tip.
That does not explain how or why our secrets burned.
Willem's hand was forced by one he called the Gardener. I tried to save him, but...
The Gardener? Who?
Willem used my mark against me, just as Isabella did. There can be no question. These are not isolated cases. There are no coincidences. This is the work of the Sabbat.
No. No! No! Willem would never... He would never...
I am sorry, Sophia, for your loss. He had clothed himself in dynamite. Someone else caused it to detonate. Someone who was not present. I could not have prevented it.
This... Gardener... I need to think. You will return tomorrow night. In the meantime, see what you can do to smooth things over. Sophia, you have work to do?
Of course, my prince.
Poor Sophia. She truly was fond of Willem. You should maybe go see her. Leave that wound untended, it might fester. You'll want to check in with Tolly too, seeing as he gave you the tip. This time of night, he's usually at the Dutchman. And I wonder what the Anarchs make of this. Dropping in at the hole in the wall couldn't hurt.
Good move to go see Sophia. She does take it so hard losing a friend. Sophia is still likely working in her lab. Hopefully she's holding up okay after the Willem fiasco. But you're good with her. She could use that.
Ah, hello, Fire.
About Willem. Sophia, I am sorry.
You promised you would protect him. But that was a promise you couldn't keep. That nobody could keep, no matter how... I shouldn't have asked. It was unfair of me, and I just got so angry with you. I'm sorry, love, for blaming you. I didn't know what to do. I miss him, Fire. I grieve for him. But now I walk alone in the darkness again. And
Not quite alone. Not now.
I suppose. I learned something, you know? About the mark. The symbols? The script is from Old Enochian. They talk of binding, weakening. At the core of it, I couldn't quite find the match. Not exactly. But there's been talk amongst the Anarchs. Fire. What they said? I don't like what it suggests.
What was it they said?
After you woke, you spoke of the old sect, the Sabbat.
I did. I know it of old, and Isabella used that name. The Black Hand is here in Seattle.
To even be associated with such a thing, I mean, what was she thinking?
She will not have been alone. The sect works in packs. This gardener is part of it, I am sure, and he involved Willem. Do you think the Sabbat gave me this mark?
I know a way we can confirm it. I told you I couldn't find a match, and that's true. Not, at least in my books. But there are others. It's just... they are forbidden. Such is the nature of the material.
I see. Forbidden books. And you expect me to retrieve them?
I see no other way. They were confiscated decades ago by Lou.
And you are certain that these books will provide my answers?
As much as I can be, yes. Luke, Graham, and I... If I am the one to ask, she will say no. It must be you, my love.
Very well.
Thank you. I have to finish off here. Then I will return to Wake the Dead, do my studies. I will see you there.
The ends of her hair were singed by the explosion. So, yeah, let's go with that. That's our in-universe reason for changing the hairstyle by just a bit by having the ends colored. Yeah. Also, Sophia already calling us her love, huh? Alright. Made a lot of progress then, I guess. Not complaining at all. Oh yeah, these are like the Halloween cosmetics from the latest patch. Covering our eyes now as well. Yeah, I think that'll go with the golden strands. Yeah, we made more progress in the story, so maybe a change of the fashion, how we look, is appropriate. More piercings? Nah, I think this is good for now. Oh, I gotta see the rest of these eyes first. Creepy. Oh, I think I like this. After this, yeah. Get a little black around the edges. Instead of just a glassy eyed, well, glassy eyes. Yeah. Actually, it looks more human, but no, we're getting a little more human, right? I think? I don't know. Or, taking on more of the Camarilla, the Masquerade, yeah. That's what's happening.
Sounds like we're headed to the glacier, my love.
Be quiet.
There's no shame. I'm sure you got plenty going for you, being the nomad and all.
Do you know what happened between Sophia and Lou?
Well, Lou's done a lot of folks dirty in her time. Sophia's just worse at hiding how she feels about it.
Also, ain't nothing to be ashamed of, Fire. Ain't nothing to be ashamed of. Being called my love, that is, by Sophia, specifically.
I'd forgotten that's how I met Willem. Losing his sire to the rebar killer.
Willem's gardener is the one behind these dreams.
It does seem so, doesn't it? Sunflowers and riddles. Trying to make me remember something. But what? After so long, time starts to squeeze, juicing out the pulp. But you know that better than I.
The hell? Why is there a firefight going? What is going on?
Wonder how Nix got along with your menu recommendations. Reckon Lou will be in a good mood?
She did not strike me as predictable.
Yeah.
Not here to reduce this hotel to a pile of smoldering ash as well, are ya?
Who were you before you joined the Camarilla?
Oh, just as jacked, I can promise you that. Call me Sabat or Camarilla, I'll still kick your ass.
I can't be one to really say this, right? Considering I'm also La Sombra.
So you follow the advantage and adapt, rather than die.
Yeah. You've been around long enough to know how that goes. Maybe we got a thing or two in common after all.
How did you end up being Lou's security?
I'm tough. I got sharp eyes, and the shadows obey me like loyal dogs. Ryung's smart enough to see how useful my talents are, so she pushed me over here. And I'm smart enough to see how an ally like Lou can earn me some fucking respect.
Tell me about your embrace.
Sure, I guess. For weeks, my life's been falling apart. I lose my cozy desk job, my kitchen floods when I'm out. My landlord serves me notice. It's a goddamn low point, but I'm powering through. Anyways, I'm walking to my car. I can't shake the feeling I'm being watched. This chick just spills up out of the shadows like something out of a movie. I'm just not in the mood, you know? I start kicking her ass, she wraps me in shadow, pulls me in and takes a bite. Think I impressed her. Got a solid punch or two in, which for a mortal ain't bad.
Pleasure as always, Onda.
Fire! How unexpected. Is this business or leisure?
Has the standard of your catering improved?
Significantly. Whatever you told the Stray worked wonders. A veritable feast for the senses. You know, just last night, she brought me the most darling young boy. An actor with a face like chiseled marble. Attended Juilliard. I couldn't pronounce his last name, but oh, he was quite the dish.
Last time we spoke, we talked of matters usually prohibited by the Camarilla. It has since come to my attention that certain texts once existed on these topics. Texts you confiscated. Will you reveal them to me?
And why would I do such a thing? You know as well as I that such texts in the wrong hands could incite hysteria. Something which is only useful when carefully orchestrated.
The mark on my hand. I believe this may hold an answer.
I see. So, this is personal for you. I do possess the texts you seek. They're hidden in the crypts beneath St. Stephen's Church. You may borrow them.
Well, that was a mite easy. Where's the catch?
Really, Fire, I'm astonished you haven't already found them. Didn't organized religion used to be your clan's playground? A cold, dark crypt? I half expected you to make a haven of the place. But back to the matter at hand.
What is the price for this knowledge?
Why, dear, nothing. You work for me now, after all, and I must keep you happy.
I am not your servant. When I have found my answers, I will leave.
But of course, my dear. Just you keep believing that. Now, you should run along. Just make sure that the desert is rust and ochre, and the goddess of wine and honey decays into dotage. She does not see the feast in preparation, nor the 13th guest, as the cuckoo calls it to sup. Cuckoo! Cuckoo!
And who is the cuckoo?
The uninvited guest. The burrower in skin. The broken bread dressed with stone and iron.
Where is the cuckoo?
In the broken places. In the city of the East. A hand before. A world behind.
The hand. The Black Hand? Do you speak of the Sabbat? The Sword of Cain?
Oh, again. Oh, it happened again. Leave me, Nomad. Leave me!
Very well. We will talk again.
Damn, didn't get to ask for payment, but okay. I think we got everything that we could get out from her right now, and I think that's actually quite a bit more than we expected, considering, yeah, more of those, the beckoning again, and yeah, Sabbat, like a trigger word there. That's what woke her up. Yeah, I am starting, yeah, because I actually have a lot of suspicions towards Lou, considering, you know, what happened to Rosalind. And I don't know, like, something about her that it's very hard to trust. Fabian also did say that before, that everything, that whenever she speaks, she's lying. And yeah, she's very much trying to manipulate. Yeah, that is very obvious, but yeah, this is like the one thing that she doesn't like, though, because she's losing control, and, you know, as a Ventru, right? And as a, you know, former prince, she hates that she can't seem to get a handle of this beckoning. But yeah, I have my suspicions about her having a hand, well, I guess pun intended. Not really, but, you know, black hand, mark on the hand. But yeah, like this whole thing happening right now. But maybe she's like an unwilling puppet. I don't know. Maybe. Like I don't know. I have this suspicion that she might have orchestrated the death of Rosalind. Maybe, I don't know. I don't have anything to really back that up, but yeah. I don't know. Also, I'm remembering Ryong with the mention of the gardener. Like, she was taken aback by that. At least that's how I read her reaction. Like, where she said she had to think. I wonder. Also, I really do hope that the La Sombra clan association with my, you know, with Fire, the Nomad, comes up even more. Yeah. Also, first time going to church here, St. Stephen's.
Sounds like we've got some grave robbing to do. St. Stephen's. St. Stephen's. I reckon I was there not long ago. Not for books, though. As for Lou's episode, you've seen her vulnerable. She won't take kindly to that. Here we are. The crypt is down in the foundations through the church itself. I guess we're yet to expect to find a crypt, right?
You tell me. It is your religion.
Well, I mean, I don't really call myself a... Yeah, never mind. I know what you mean.
Bad night to our heels.
Okay, I wasn't gonna wonder too much about the knife being stuck on the table. I can't pick it up, but I don't think churches typically carry like you have machine guns around them laying on the table randomly. So I'm expecting this to turn into another combat sequence, or at the very least, a stealth sequence.
Ooh, cold enough to freeze the tits off a frog. Now, where would Lou store her unmentionables?
crates. Come over here.
Oh, these bozos again.
Not so close. You've got rat breath. Just focus. Books, papers, whatever you can find.
Soon shall the sleepers awake to a new world.
We will no longer need to hide. The day and night will be ours.
This is where the Dark Father brings us.
Seattle.
Strike me again! The Dark Father will bring you the hunt end. Their fate fails. Mine will not. Pain will welcome you into the fold.
Reckon that's the goods. Let's get them back to Sophia.
Come on out, chicken shit.
You won't find any sanctuary here, Quasimodo. You will burn in chaos.
none.
They are... You should run.
Here?
Vigilance. We are not alone. You can't hide forever! Dark Father, guide me!
Right. Well, we can deliberate about that and what it means later. For now, we should get back to Sophia before more turn up. So, were we followed? Or did Lou send those idiots after us? She knew where we were headed. Makes no sense, though. I'd lay odds those boneheads were the same flavor as Atrium. Feels like someone else has got eyes on us.
I swear, if one more guy tries to use mistletoe.
Well, if it isn't our noble sheriff, what are we up to today? Keeping the peace or blowing up buildings?
I would like some more of your help.
Yes, indeed. Let us talk through the theory.
Tell me more about your shop.
It's rather charming, isn't it? A safe haven, a place of research, somewhere to instruct my apprentices. Allegedly, the coffee is good, but I wouldn't know. The mortals do taste rather acrid after drinking it.
Tell me about your role here in Seattle.
I am a magister. I teach, as I always have. There are very few of us here in Seattle. I need to make a good showing for our clan. Ensure our prince understands our usefulness. Make sure no one embarrasses themselves or the clan.
And what happens if your apprentices do embarrass you?
I'm far too good at my job for that to happen. and I resent the insinuation. But it really is surprising how many fledglings just wander off into the sunlight, isn't it?
Tell me about your mortal life.
I was something of an occultist. Rather successful, I might add. Of course, back then, it wasn't really the done thing to cast curses and commune with the dead. But then, the whole spiritualism thing became fashionable. And skills like mine went from being whispered about to being performed in theaters. Mortals are so fickle.
Be well, Mrs. Thorne.
You came. Do you have the texts?
Here.
Yes. This looks right. Het Alanam Estovishnam. These will take time. To study, I mean.
Take all the time you need. It is not as if I can wither from age.
It won't be quite so long as that, but I guess we'll see. And I spoke to Ryong. She asked to see you tomorrow night. First thing. To say what? I don't know. I do worry we've been too open with this. I mean, we haven't been careful enough. What if Lu somehow found out what your marks meant? That they could be tied to the Sabbat? Who knows what she would demand of Ryong if she thought you a threat. The old prince has ways of controlling her chowder, making them do things they would not usually do.
Then it is a good thing that I have you by my side, Sophia.
Oh, yes. I should get on with my reading. Not that I don't want you to hear, I do, but, you know.
Let me know when you have something.
I will. Good night, my love.
I confess, I'm starting to enjoy our conversations. Somewhat.
You have something for me to do?
Ah, now. I believe there is something to pick up in the alley behind the Crab Walk. I'm afraid it's in a dumpster, but I'm sure you can liberate it. Forgive the smell.
Very well. You have a pleasant night.
Finally getting somewhere.
Oh shit!
Help! Please! I moved to Seattle to get away from weather like this. Oh my god! Just don't kill me! Here, I don't freeze to death.
Nico said there was an explosion? I bet it was fucking beautiful.
Have you always lived in Seattle?
Yeah.
I may be stuck here for a while. I would appreciate your opinion on the local art scene.
If you ask me, exhibitions in this city show the most mind-numbingly boring, obvious, run-of-the-mill bullshit. It's all for the tourist buck. You want something different, check out the Gum Wall.
The Gum Wall?
Yeah, it's real guerrilla art. A living, breathing, spit-soaked, collectively created installation. And with kindred senses, man, it's like smelling the breath of thousands of people all at once. It's the coolest thing.
Sure. I don't know if I would say that about smelling breaths of 1,000 people all at once. Sounds nasty, actually, but sure.
Why did you join the Camarilla?
I didn't join anyone. I was embraced here. They were running the show. Membership comes as standard.
You have never considered other options?
I couldn't give a flying fuck on fire about political bullshit. Princes, anarchs, none of it is real.
Were you an artist in your mortal life?
Oh yeah. My veins have always run with more paint than blood. Even then, I lean more into vulture than culture. Most other Toreador don't get it, but who cares what the vapid bitches like Isabella think?
Will you help reawaken my Toreador skills?
Let's give it a shot and see what happens. So they say drinking Toreador blood will help you wake up some old memories? I don't normally screw with this kind of stuff, so no promises. You'll find some freshly squeezed patience juice in the jar in front of you. The one on the left. The one on the right's paint water. Welcome to the world of the divas, babe.
Do you visualize us together?
I can see it working. Form-wise, I mean. Shape to shape. That's not saying I actually like you or find you hot. I still need to figure that out.
I will let you get back to your work.
Wow, okay. This is a lot. The Elder. Centuries of wickedness and delicious temptation. Wrapped in style and glamour. With a smile that cut like a knife. It doesn't work with the sunglasses and the hair, I don't think, but yeah, this is quite a lot. This is very Dracula coded. I guess it is kind of parallel to that. Sin Eater. I could probably make this work with a different, look. Like hair and accessories, but that's too much. That's too much. The red is maybe if it's not as overpoweringly so. Yeah, the black would still work, I think. Maybe even the blonde. I mean that's not bad. Like pop of color. But definitely the black and red. Always a very sexy combination. What about that though? The purple ends. Not a fan of. There you go. Full demon mode. Yeah, the white also works. Silver. Kind of. Oh no, this is more silver, yeah. This works better than the white. The platinum. I think if I were a different clan, like, yeah, Toreador, or maybe even Tremere, this would work, but maybe it's a bit too much for La Sombra? I don't know. I guess not really. Could still work, right? Especially now that I'm more and more accepting the Masquerade, the Camarilla. No, but yeah, I think the collar is killing me. Really is Dracula coded. You know what, maybe I'll go with this, but we'll stick with the... with that. But the hair now doesn't work as well with the outfit. Well, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, let's go with that. Or maybe... yeah. Yeah, now with like the gold trim and the strands, the ends there, now I'm hoping wish I could find another outfit that has gold in it that isn't this one. I mean, this works as well, but like, yeah, the way this like frames her upper body and her face kind of works, but I don't know. Yeah, it's too Ventru. I guess, I don't know, I guess the chain is somewhat goldish. Not really, though. It's silver. Okay, yeah, maybe we'll just go with the silver hair. The transformation from the explosion. Also, yeah, new ability which I wanted to get. I think this is going to be more useful than Glimpse of Oblivion, which is, yeah, also useful, but this is better to just lure in enemies. Or not even enemies, any target. This could be useful in battle and also around town. I wonder if I can use this without breaking the Masquerade. I remember some abilities in Bloodlines 1. They don't break the Masquerade even if you do it in public, because it's a very subtle kind of ability. Like, some of the abilities, I think there was this ability in Bloodlines 1 as a Toreador. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to test this out. Like when I go outside, and if I have there's blood resonance event happening. Because it's not great when it's a type of civilian that just runs away when I try to get up near them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's do this one thing with Nico, and then that's probably gonna be it for this session.
Poprash, I hear you're blowing up warehouses now? Are you trying to break the Masquerade, Sheriff?
I would know more about your shop. This is an old trade. It is interesting to see it in modern times.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what comes through here. The Kindred sometimes want me to part with rare artifacts and items they consider magical. Especially that old Tremere Veshtica. But I tell them, you may have nothing unless the mortal fails to repay their loan.
So you honor the bonds of mortals. You have a lot of integrity.
It is important to be honest at all times, even when you're dealing with mortals.
How is business?
Busier than I would like, unfortunately. This time of year makes the mortals desperate, especially the poor. They wish to buy gifts for their children, and feast on more than the tin ham and ramen their budget can afford. It's sad, but I suppose each Christmas means more to you, if you can only count on seeing 80 of them.
How do you know patience?
I met them, and then we talked a few times.
And?
And now we talk a lot. Because they're just over there.
Is there someone who needs my attention?
I do have something. This is Alicia's bracelet. Alicia signed the papers that condemned her mother to life in a psychiatric hospital. Alicia snorted the remains of the family wealth up her nose.
I have the scent. I look forward to speaking to you again.
Fucking student loans.
I'm an idiot. I just went back where I came from. Oh gosh.
Eating my butt off out of here.
Straight line stuff. Paid for this. Not harassed by the fucking cops. Son of a fucking bitch!
do that!
Seattle law enforcement. Someone there? Seattle law enforcement. Someone there? Go see what that was.
I think she got stuck in front of the van. And I don't think the beacon actually broke the Masquerade. It's just that, well, I don't know. I guess my dashing around, trying to parry the lady, broke the Masquerade. Alright, let's see if I can get behind her.
That's Nico's target dealt with. We should let him know.
Good to see you still in one piece. So Alicia's story has ended in waste and tragedy. Ah well, there will be another spoiled princess along tomorrow. Here, I have found another rarity you might need. Take it if you wish.
There is more to uncover. Will you assist me?
I was hoping you would ask.
Take care, Nico.
So I haven't actually talked to Silky this entire time, at least as Fire. I've only ever done that with Fabian during his story mission. The game hasn't actually directed me as Fire to go to Silky at all. So maybe I should actually just check it out since I'll be going to the Dutchman anyway. Yeah. But that's for next time. Wonder if he'll have anything, like, I wonder how his dialogue will go, because it seems that all of the clan contacts are commenting about the explosion over where Willem was. But this is gonna be my first time actually talking to Silky. So, are we gonna make our introductions first, or are they just gonna skip ahead and then just maybe assume that we've already, talked to each other? Let's see how reactive the game will be about that. But yeah, that's gonna be for the next session. Did a lot again. More story missions going. Yeah, definitely way more interesting to just beeline the main quest. Even though I do have some, qualms about the the mechanics of some of these main quests, because it really is honestly just shuttling back and forth between NPCs, really. Not a lot of interesting things going on. It was especially egregious in that Fabian memory sequence, where we were just moving back and forth, not really having anything else to do. And I was hoping maybe at least there would be more internal monologue for Fabian, like, you know, walking through the city, maybe thinking through the case. Because, yeah, there's just a lot of dead air, walking back and forth. Like, yeah, there is like this kind of mood setting to the whole situation. Like, yeah, it's, you know, or this hard-boiled, well, yes, not necessarily hard-boiled, he's a very happy-go-lucky kind of guy. He's very self-deprecating, funny guy, always making jokes, making light of the situation. But, you know, you'd think, like, during those sequences, maybe you'd think that they would set up, like, dialogue, or monologuing, right? Have Fabian talk to himself as you're walking the streets, because you're not really doing anything, yeah, so it's a lot of dead air. And there's only so much atmosphere and mood that can be sustained from walking back and forth. Like, it's seeing the city move in, like, two times speed, or even faster. Like, it's a cool effect, but if it really is just that over and over, maybe it's space for the player to think about it, but, you know, I think it would still be better, though, to have Fabian talk through that, those sequences. But maybe they couldn't quite script that because, you know, players could be going around. But yeah, but not really. During the Fabian sequences, it's all pretty linear. I guess you could make choices as to which destinations you go to first, but I don't know. It could have worked something better with those sequences, because yeah, it's pretty dull. Just walking back and forth through the city, nothing else in between. Yeah. But as for like the actual mystery in the plot, it's all very intriguing still. I'm having all of my suspicions, my hackles raised about who's pulling the strings, who is being an unwitting pawn. Yeah, of course, the introduction of Sabat, big complication, how that ties into Fabian's memory, and of course, all of the Rebar killer's history. Yeah, I don't know. And how everybody is, you know, like, tied up in it, all the relationships, crisscrossing, secret keepers. So yeah, there was that echo then. It was Isaac, the secret keeper of the court. And apparently, yeah, it was Willem who took his place. But, I don't know, yeah. I think it was, like, set up, right? Willem went there to get his, turn into a vampire for the money, for his family. No, it was Lou who sent him there, right? I think it was Lou, right? Yeah, it was Lou. It was Lou who sent him over to Isaac. And he took Isaac's place as a secret keeper, but then Isaac was then killed shortly after, not immediately after, by, you know, the Rebar killer, who was apparently very strong. And I don't know. I guess that probably that didn't take place in the, well, no, I guess it could have took place in the morning because Willem hadn't turned yet. But then, yeah, I guess maybe they were indoors, interiors. But no, I think that happened at night. I gotta have to look it up again, or I don't know if that was because no, they made such a point about the killer being immortal, at least in the 20s, because of what happened to Marla. It happened during the day, so yeah, and that was still in the 20s. So yeah, I don't know, but anyway, yeah, right. Like the conspiracy that is, Lou sent Willem over there, take the place of Isaac, and yeah, I wonder if that was supposed to be kept under wraps. It's suspicious, right after Rosalind died, and then Isaac, the secret keeper, was replaced by somebody who was under Lou's power, and then immediately after, Isaac is killed, and then we also know from there before this, like what happened with Willem. Willem was being, you know, manipulated, or I guess coerced, right, by I'm guessing, yeah, the gardener, the Sabbat, into doing whatever it is that, not yet, to eventually destroy him so that the secrets of the Camarilla are also erased. So, yeah. A lot of suspicion cast towards Lou here. But all her episodes with the beckoning makes it also hard for me to think that she is like in total control. I don't know, yeah. She might also be manipulated. And I'm also very, very highly suspicious of Tolly. Tolly for sure. He definitely knows a lot as well. He's keeping his own secrets. And yeah, he wasn't being very cooperative with Fabian in the recent history flashback. And also, yeah, he was the one who sent us over to Willem. So, yeah. Very, very suspicious. Also, it would just absolutely break my heart if Sophia turns out to be also in on the manipulation going on here. He doesn't like Lou. Oh, no, they don't like each other. Well, definitely Lou, I think it's the hate is more one-sided. But, yeah, I don't know. There is still a part of me that, doesn't want to be completely head over heels for her. I want to be, I don't want to, I still have an inkling of, doubt as well. Everybody. But, yeah. I sure would hope that she's continues to be good to us. Yeah. Again, there's lots of mystery and intrigue that I am fully invested in. I am really hooked on like the main story and all the intrigue surrounding it. But yeah, it's a lot of like the mechanical stuff in this game is just very threadbare and janky. So, but yeah, still digging it. I actually still kind of want to play some more, but I really want to keep pushing forward with the story. But nah, I gotta call it here because work day next day. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll think about which main quest to pursue next time. Maybe it will be Tali. No, I think I want to do Katsumi first. Save Tali for last. Just this package to pick up. I don't know. I guess if I'm sent along this area, I'll pick it up. Yeah, it's just not interesting. Like the quests for the side quests, they're just not. It's all very, very rote stuff. I don't know. At least with, again, I think I said this before, but at least with Nico, there's still some sort of thinking about how you engage the target. And I guess same thing with Onda, where you have to assassinate, because yeah, that's still, doing the combat and stealth. Which is, yeah, it's janky as hell, but I still find some sort of satisfaction with it, especially using all the powers, one after the other, making tactical use of how I use my blood and refresh my blood, and whatever, and the chaos of suddenly getting into a fight and just throwing random shit at enemies and doing the silly air juggles when you parry enemies. It's sort of silly. And I also have a better understanding now of the Enter the Oblivion ability. It really is just to isolate enemies, if possible. And also, I guess it kind of worked weirdly enough in that St. Stephen's encounter, where I didn't bring 2-3 enemies into Oblivion, but I guess they were still in like the same physical plane, not maybe the spiritual realm or whatever, but I was still on top of them, and so the prompts to instantly kill enemies were still there, and yeah, since I was technically on another plane, they couldn't see me, but that still resulted in me getting to stealth kill like 3 enemies. I'm not even sure if that counted all the times. I don't know. I didn't actually count how many enemies there were, but I think I managed to do it 3 times. Definitely worked the last time, because that last time was when the ability ran out, the duration ran out, and so I went back to the physical plane. And yeah, I was in the middle of killing somebody, like through the insta-kill prompt, so that was strange, but I guess it could also work like that, because they don't see you. And yeah, I don't see them either, but I guess if I bump next to them, I could just pull off an instant kill, so that was fun. Yeah, it's the combat mechanics is all very janky, but there is some silly fun to be had there. You still definitely feel like the power fantasy of being a vampire and just so running up and just feeding on enemies over and over again, chaining different abilities. So that's cool. And there's definitely they're upping the difficulty with more enemies that also have vampiric abilities like teleportation and super speed and all that stuff. And they're carrying heavy machinery, not heavy machinery, heavy weapons, right? It will knock you off. So the challenge is increasing. Although yeah, thankfully still haven't died once this game yet, or if it'll ever happen. Making good use of the resources that I pick up. So I am engaged at least when it comes to the combat and stealth, even for how janky it all is. But it's like a lot of the other things in between those. Like it's a lot of just walking, which I kind of get since Chinese Room is known for taking walking simulators. But yeah, still having a fun time with the game, even with all my criticisms of it. Yeah, cool. And that's it for the session of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I think that's autosaved after doing the Nico quest. But man, but really, that is like one big problem this game has, and I don't even understand why they don't have the ability to hard save. I wonder if that's ever going to be patched in. I hope so. I really do, because it's so silly. And just not having even like that kill well, like I mentioned last time, about no indication of when the game last saved so that you can know, right? Like it's all very silly. Anyway, that's it.